What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and we actually, it appears, we're finally getting a little bit of justice around that famous Leering Center, the fraudulent, allegedly, Somali daycare, one of many Somali daycares and businesses in Minnesota that stole billions of dollars from the United States taxpayers, not to mention programs that stole money directly from people who were organizations that were meant to help hungry people below the poverty line. These Somalis don't care. They have no souls. They're here to simply steal from dumb white American Democrats, and they've become very, very good at it. Well, there's been an update, and you're going to want to get your thumbs up button ready.
If you aren't using a VPN yet, you're completely missing out, and private internet access is the one I use on all of my devices. If you've been following the news, you see that censorship, websites, apps are getting shut down in certain countries, all sorts of craziness. Well, a VPN helps you never have to worry about that. Private internet access also protects you from the prying eyes of hackers, internet service providers, and others that can view your personal data. Perhaps also just as importantly, private internet access allows you to access region-restricted content from all over the world. Streaming services like Netflix, Amazon Prime, and more have different library options based on where you're located, and some shows simply cannot be accessed if you're not in the target location. Happens to me all the time. Many sports events also have regional blackouts. Well, VPNs can be a convenient way to make sure you're getting the content that you're paying for. Private internet access also allows you to protect an unlimited amount of devices all at the same time, so your entire household with a single subscription. And I've been working with private internet access so long that I have an absolutely massive discount available to my viewers. Link in the description below. Get private internet access today using my link. Save huge, protect your computers, access all the content that you've been paying for, and ensure that your internet is never censored.
The Minnesota fraudster, at least one right now, has been arrested as she's tried to flee to the United Kingdom. Her daycare, the Future Leaders Early Leering Center, was involved in the Feeding Our Future scam and had received $3.67 million in federal funding in just 2025. Let's go back to this clip here where Nick Shirley investigates that location.
Here at Future Leaders Early Learning Center, this building received over $3 million. Hello, how are you?
Over $3 million. Isn't that bonkers?
I would like to see if I could bring little Joey, my son little Joey here. Is there paperwork or can I check out the daycare?
No.
No? Why can't I check out the daycare?
It's not here.
Okay, but if I can I get paperwork or anything to submit my son little Joey to come in here to daycare?
She's like, you could tell she's completely like, what do you mean? We don't actually run a daycare. Does this guy not know about the scam? Does this guy not know about the hustle? Like, why is he asking me to enroll a kid in a daycare?
We'd really like to put Joey in this daycare. We've heard great things.
Business card?
No, I would like your business card actually.
Why would she ask him?
Okay, can I speak with somebody? Where are the children at? Are there children here today?
No.
No children.
Yes.
Oh.
Why are there no children?
Two o'clock coming.
They come at 2 o'clock.
Would my son little Joey have friends to play with here?
No.
No.
No?
No friends for little Joey.
You're a loser.
Dang it. Well, have a great rest of your day. So, little Joey would not be accepted to that daycare.
Joey's still homeless.
Joey's still looking for daycare.
And because little Joey couldn't get into a daycare, we went to an autism center, as they have been popping up everywhere as a rise of autism has occurred here in Minnesota because of the government funds that they are receiving. I tried to check my son Joey into an autism center.
We've been going to
I mean, that's, again, wherever the federal funding goes, the scams follow. So that woman in that video, Minneapolis daycare operator, now the 79th person charged in the Feeding Our Future fraud. Another person has been charged in connection with Minnesota's Feeding Our Future fraud scheme, the 79th such case, according to court documents. Fahima Mahmood was charged with 1 count of wire fraud. Or that's it. Mahmood is accused of, like others in the scheme, taking advantage of the federal nutrition program meant to feed children. They don't care about our children. They care about the Somali children. Charges say Mahmood operated a daycare called the Future Leaders Early Learning Center in South Minneapolis, and they allege her center at one point was claiming to serve 60,000 children monthly and falsifying invoices to simply justify reimbursement. From December 2020 through July 2021, that center received more than $850,000 from Feeding Our Future, charges state, but spent only $125,000 on food. I don't even know where the food went. Nobody knows where the food went, Mahmood. Court documents say Mahmood notified the Minnesota Police Department of Children, Youth, and Families on February 10th that she planned to close the center. This is this year. On February 11th, a new center, unassociated with Mahmood, registered to open in the exact same place. Mahmood was scheduled to appear in court Thursday. According to court documents, 78 other people have been charged in connection with Feeding Our Future. By the way, she was arrested trying to flee the country, according to these reports. Minnesota fraudster arrested before she could flee to the UK. Her daycare, Future Leaders Early Learning Center, took $3.5 million. I mean, what's funny is all the people that are complicit, and listen, I mean, this story gets wilder and wilder. You know, so here we have the Judiciary Committee Chair, Jim Jordan, saying that Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison was paid campaign cash in exchange for covering Somali fraud.
House Judiciary Committee Chairman Jim Jordan. So you probably heard my last comment to him, and welcome to the program, Chairman. It's unbelievable. You have that much in fraud, but you want to put good money behind bad, basically.
Yeah. Keep sending more so we can steal more of it, for goodness sake. Yeah, you know there was fraud. They knew there was fraud because whistleblowers came forward.
Those whistleblowers came forward years ago.
And they just ignored it. And in fact, it looks like they retaliated against them. And in many ways, I think they actually assisted the fraud. It wasn't just like we're going to look the other way. They actually assisted the fraud because we know the Attorney General up there, Mr. Ellison, met with the people who were in charge of this Feeding Our Future program that stuck a bunch of money in their pockets and never gave any meals to kids. He met with them, and then he got political contributions, and then the money kept flowing, of course, to this organization. So
I'm sure, I mean, it's not really a crazy leap to put together that that's exactly what happened. I don't think Jim Jordan is like being totally unreasonable here to think that, of course, there be no direct evidence. I mean, that's not how this stuff works, but there will be, there's a wink and a nod. There's a handshake. There's an understanding that this money keeps flowing to you as long as you look the other way, which is, I mean, are we ever going to talk about another Minnesota politician who's got a fake winery, So, and the other reason this is real and they knew about it, Tim Walz isn't running for re-election. Right.
If it was Republicans' fault, if it wasn't really his fault, if they didn't know about this, if there hadn't been whistleblowers come forward, he would be running for re-election, but he's not because this thing is real. And finally, here's the good news. The Justice Department has named an assistant attorney general to combat fraud, Colin McDonald. So they are specifically putting in place someone who's going to have staff and go after this across the country because it is truly billions of dollars of American taxpayer money.
And in a bizarre twist, Minnesota Democrats are now demanding reparations from ICE after losing $18 billion to Somali fraud. I am not kidding you.
Breaking tonight, Fox News confirms the Justice Department is investigating Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey for allegedly impeding law enforcement efforts on the ground. Again, confirming that DOJ investigation. Progressive Democrats, meantime, were in Minneapolis today, rallying around protesters, claiming the Trump administration is to blame for the chaos. The remarks from Congresswoman Ilhan Omar and Pramila Jayapal come after
Are we ever going to talk about that fake guy with a syringe full of water. Or I'm sorry, it was apple cider vinegar. Are we ever going to talk about that guy? Didn't that story disappear pretty quickly? Anyway, top Minnesota Democrats are demanding the federal government pay for what they broke following weeks of DHS immigration enforcement surge. A demand that comes after fraudsters stole as much as $18 billion from taxpayers who funded the state's social services program under their watch. Embattled Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and Minneapolis Democratic loser Mayor Jacob Frey both made public overtures to the feds for reimbursement for usage of the state and city resources and recouping of other alleged damages. The federal government needs to pay for what they broke here. There is going to be accountability on the things that happen. But one of the things that is incredible and immense cost that were borne by the people of this state, you are actually asking for reparations. This is a real thing that they actually said. It's a real thing that these people actually said. Yes, we were in charge of losing, $20 billion. But hey, federal government, can you give us $203 million back? Why would I put, as they stated on the news report, they're asking for more federal tax dollars to, like, good money to throw after bad? It's absolutely insane. Frey estimated economic and financial costs has cost the city $203 million. Well, why don't you just ask the Somali daycares for it? I'm not naive to think that we're going to get the entire amount, Frey said, adding that about 76,000 Minneapolis residents require relief in some form or another. Well, I mean, why would I give you more money? Like, literally, why would me or any other federal taxpayer, why on earth would we want to give you more money? On what planet do we want to pour more money into the system that's just going to let Somalis fund Terry's with it? Apparently, they said $47 million in lost wages from people, quote, afraid to leave home for work. Why would you be afraid to leave home for work unless you were an illegal immigrant? 81 million in small business revenue losses. Again, this is bonkers. I mean, if you live in Minnesota, you've got to be absolutely beside yourself. I don't know what the midterms will hold. Obviously, I think it's an uphill battle for, normal thinking people. But Minnesota, I mean, holy smokes. This Jacob Frey guy and Tim Walz, I mean, could you have two bigger morons? And the fact that they're demanding the federal government pay them more money is absolutely insane. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you have a like on it. If you haven't yet, please subscribe or follow down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.